Hello, hello, my hey, I got something to say, people. Did I tell you today how much I love you? I really do. I really appreciate all your support you've been giving me, even throughout the summer. And thank you to all the people who have written and said, I'm listening to you while I'm on the beach. Yay! But don't forget, read a trashy book now and then. I'm so excited to bring on our guest. Milissa is in the house. Milissa Santos is in the house. Hi, Milissa.
Hey, Sandy.
I'm so happy she's here because now and then I get to have a guest that I actually know. I know we met through NABO, but I don't remember how long ago. Do you?
I'm going to say it was probably about 4 years ago. I'm going to go with about 4 years ago.
And Melissa's the bomb. Every time I talk to her, I go, I really like this woman. I even like her more than I did before. And then she'll say, she doesn't know this, but then I'm listening to her. And I was listening even to her recently. Were at a NABO event, which is the National Association for Women Business Owners. And they were having an event in Philly. And she was telling me about her Egypt trip, which we'll get into later. I'm like, I knew I really loved her. And you're a
Sandy
powerhouse leader.
Joy, you are too kind. Thank you so much. I am actually honored to be here and excited. So I know it's going to be a great time, especially with you. So
We're gonna
thank
have
you
fun.
for having me. Thank
And
you.
we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna make sure the women and men that support us around the world, they go away with at least 1 to 3 actionable items. So before we get into anything, did I tell you I love you? No, I did. I hope you're having a great summer. Milissa, with a distinguished 25-year tenure in staffing and recruitment, Milissa Santos has been at the forefront of industry innovation, founding a multi-million-dollar firm, followed by the successful launch of Eagle Staffing Company in 2018. Holler! Her company, a beacon of diversity and inclusion, has been celebrated by Philadelphia City Council and has earned prestigious awards, including Comcast RISE recognition, Best Staffing Service in 2024 by Metro Philly, and most notably the Philly Favorites Gold category title for Best Staffing Agency by the Philadelphia Inquirer in 2025. You think she knows what she's doing, people? Melissa's commitment to societal betterment is deeply woven through her work as she pioneers initiatives for employment equity, engages in philanthropic efforts, and holds leadership roles in organizations dedicated to the prosperity of women-owned businesses and local communities. She's a slacker. Oh my, you would never know. And by the way, she's one of the most humble humans you'll ever freaking want to meet. Ever, 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 ever. And I've loved her for afar for many, many years. And now I get to highlight her. All right. So before we get more gooey, let's talk about a statement that you want women and men that support us around the world to hear. And I want you to build on it. Empowering women is more than a commitment, it's a necessity. By embracing and uplifting the diverse talents of women, we pave the way for a more innovative, equitable, and thriving future for all. Tell us why you picked that one statement.
So I picked that one statement because I think it's super important for women to support each other. We are so giving of ourselves and of our time and of, that we really need to support, uplift, and collaborate with each other. So obviously, if you're on an island by yourself, it's no fun. And as an entrepreneur, it's not, some days are really lonely. So I have always been intentional about making sure that I am purposeful in my introductions, in my networking, and in my meeting of anybody in general, whether they are a business owner or not. It doesn't matter. Again, I just feel like the support is definitely needed.
So I know you're involved in NABO. Are you also involved in other organizations?
I am. So I am involved with SCORE.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been involved with SCORE for about 6 years now. And for those who are not familiar with SCORE, we mentor small businesses. It used to be small businesses, and now they've included startups as well,
Oh,
and free startups. So again, to help along anyone, when you start a business, you really don't know anything about all of the intricacies that come with it, which are so many. And so why not learn from somebody who has been through it instead of making those same mistakes and trial and error. Learn from somebody who's already been there. So yes, SCORE has evolved as well. Again, they used to be retired men, white men
remember
who,
that. I remember that.
it was literally retired white men who donate their time, which again, completely grateful for.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I
over
get
the
it.
years, it has evolved into not only retired, but obviously, current business owners. They still take retired mentors as well, but they did include entrepreneurs, that are in the business currently. So yes, I've been with them about 6 years now.
Okay.
My time has been limited recently just because I've been more focused on NAVO. But I am still involved with SCORE. I'm also involved with an organization called Angels in Motion.
Oh, I went to a bingo thing for them.
You did, yes. Oh my gosh, you did. And thank you so much for your support. I unfortunately was not there because I had just had surgery. But
I
I
was there
did
with
manage.
Elmo. I was there with Mary Ann
You
Bertha,
were, I know, yes, yes, you were.
AKA Elmo. Yeah.
Yay! So I did manage, to put the whole thing together, and unfortunately I wasn't there, but your support and everyone else's support was amazing. And so Angels in Motion, that organization was started 10 years ago by Carol, who was a mother looking for her child down in Kensington. He was addicted, to drugs. And she went down there looking for him and realized how many other kids were down there. And so from that, she formed Angels in Motions. And I'll never forget, I watched her on Channel 6 as this mother who was down there when it was first formed. And then I have been involved with AIM for the past, they've been around 10 years. I've been involved for about 9 years.
Okay.
And so I coordinate the blessing bag. We call them blessing bag parties. I coordinate the one every month in Northeast, and we put together bags that have, 5 snacks, a juice. We write our own notes of encouragement, and then we also include a pamphlet of resources. And we take those bags and we actually we meet them where they're at in whatever area they're in, and that's how we build the rapport. And so with the hopes of obviously, them either getting into treatment, or a lot of them are just experiencing homelessness. So it's either or, and it also could be both, but yes.
Mm.
So
Oh, I knew some about it, but I didn't know you actually went and met them.
yes,
Where they put
yes, absolutely, absolutely, yes.
that is Angels in Motion. Okay. Okay. Anything else? We got
So
SCORE, Angels.
NAWBO, of course,
Bravo.
National
Yeah.
Association of Women Business Owners. What really drew me to NAWBO was definitely the advocacy piece. I always have trouble saying that word, advocacy piece.
I mess every other word up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I make up words instead. Yeah.
And again, all that they stood for was definitely what piqued my interest as far as that piece is concerned. And I've been all in ever since, and met the most amazing women, including Mary Ann and yourself, of course.
Yeah.
The most amazing supportive women. So I am so grateful to be a part of the organization.
And
Oh,
who's
and I am president-elect
Yeah.
So 2026, I
Yeah.
will become president of the Philadelphia chapter. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable.
Isn't that
Really
crazy?
unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah. And I freaking, not unlike you, I go bob and weave. Like I'll go to events and I support events, but I'm not all in on any groups. I'm that kind of person. I'll go to your event, I'll go to this event. But I did join NAVO because again, I was like, wait a minute. I like
Yay!
these peeps.
That's
Not
right.
that I don't like the other ones, but
Yeah.
there was, because they're all good. But
Yes.
I thought, whoa, okay, this one is really,
Right.
it's got so many, not that you don't like the advocacy portion, I really do, but it's important that the women are really walking the walk and talking the talk. And I feel
Absolutely.
so many are trying to help each other and support each other. And that's
Absolutely.
for me.
Yes. And we just celebrated our 50th anniversary.
Crazy.
50th.
Which I
Yes.
was at in my
Yes.
little flapper
I
outfit.
know. And you look fantastic. Oh my God. What a night that was. It was such a fantastic night. But yeah, 50 years, I mean, that says something about an organization being around 50 years. So how could you not support, the legacy and move the organization forward? And you have to, or I have to.
And you guys do go to DC often.
Yes, we go to DC every year, and we advocate on the Hill for our 5 points for women business owners. And hoping to get it passed through legislation. We meet with our congressmen, we meet with our senators. And we actually had the opportunity to meet in person John Fetterman last year. Usually you're meeting with the staff and things of that nature.
Yeah, yeah.
But we actually met with John Fetterman last year, so that was pretty cool.
So because I didn't, when I first joined, I didn't realize how much you did beyond the networking.
Right. A lot of people don't. So, which is again why I go to so many networking events across chambers, just across the board in general, because people call me the connector, because I'm always like, oh, you should meet this person. Oh, you should meet that person, because you need that support.
Yeah.
It's just, and so any event I go to, I'm always speaking about NAVO because I think, again, it is that important. And it's that important that people know about it because a lot of people don't know, and they don't know what NAVO stands for or what what their principles are, their mission, anything. So I make sure that I take every opportunity to actually spread the word when I'm at these networking events.
And you definitely are a connector. All right, so we got to get to some of the questions. I'm going to make sure we get them in. Like we said before we started recording, there's no way I can get everything in, but hopefully they'll be drawn in to reach out to you and find out more information about any of these organizations or what you do or utilize your company. But in the meantime, the peeps want to know.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Over and over again.
Uh-oh.
And I make up names. So we'll call this one Betty Boop.
Okay.
But it's not only Betty Boop.
Okay.
Dear Sandy, please ask Milissa, how does she do it? You told me that she owns a business. It's very successful. In addition to that, she's very involved in nonprofits and charity work and networking. I can barely keep my I can barely keep food on the table and somewhat of a clean house. Oh yeah, I think I have a husband somewhere. So I picked Betty Boop. I want to do more. I really do. Maybe I'm just, wait, this is my favorite part. Maybe I'm just scattered. I don't know, but I need a plan because I really do like people. Please help.
Oh, I love that. And
I always pick, that cracks me up. It's so
that
honest.
It is, and it's such a great question, and I'm telling you what, even my family says the same thing to me, like, "How do you do it? You don't rest, you're just, like, constantly on the go." I mean, everybody, because to me, it's normal for me. And I really didn't see any different until my family started mentioning, just like how much I am out there. And but I have to say, I have a great support system, right? While they question how I do it, they are very supportive. And so I have a great staff as well. So for my company, I am so fortunate to have the most amazing staff who are seasoned, uh, basically running the company. So that's why I get to be the face of the networking events and these organizations that are so important for me and for our company. I need to be able to tie them together because I think it's important that everyone sees how they can give back, even if it's in the smallest way. There's always that opportunity. So um, I would say that I realize that my situation is kind of unusual, only because, and I say that only because I've heard these comments many times. Um, I carved the time out to do it. I don't know how. I don't really have I don't really have a concrete answer other than I try and be as strategic as possible. And of course, making sure I have everything else covered, which is where the strategy comes in. But again, I am extremely fortunate with the support of my family and the support of my team for the company. So
Well, this sounds like a whole other course on leadership skills because you
yes,
must be, you have to be an amazing leader and you have to be able to, which you said, you have a great staff that, you can be more of the figure, but that also is part of a great leader has to let go. And a lot of people can't, especially when they started the company and
oh, it
delegate.
took me a long time. Trust me, it took me a long time, a very long time, much longer than I probably should have. But yes, you're
Oh, it's
absolutely
your
right.
baby,
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely right. And I still struggle with it from time to time. I do, for sure. But I know where I need to be. So
Yeah.
that's what makes it easier for me.
Do you get burnout?
I do. I definitely do. And my recharging is going to the mountains for the weekend,
Yeah.
enjoying the nature and the sounds and everything else. And then I am recharged. I mean, I'll take my laptop up there too, but I'm still recharging regardless. I
Right.
mean,
You're in
just
the
the change
trees,
of
man, with the
scenery.
owls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. And the sound of the water and all that because I mean, you go to the
Freaking love
mountains,
it.
so yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
used to go
my
to Lake Naomi. That's where I used to go. Lake Naomi. I love
oh,
Lake
okay.
Naomi.
Oh, yes. Yep, that's my recharge.
Do you get do you get enough sleep? They want to know, do you make sure you take care of yourself, eat well, exercise and sleep? Of course, it's
Okay.
my audience. It's my audience. They want to know.
Yes. I absolutely eat well. I definitely get exercise in. I go to the gym 4 days a week. Sleep, not so much. Not as much as I need or should. Put it that way. My brain never turns off, so it's hard for me to, I don't know if my body's used to it now. I don't get the sleep that I should. That's all. But I'm okay with that.
But you're okay with it. Well,
I am.
don't seem exhausted ever. So whatever you're doing is worth
I
it. Yeah.
the gym is my stress reliever 1000%. Like that really is my
Oh my goodness.
saving grace. That's
Stay
my
away from me. I didn't get my workout. Something goes off. You'll see me in the house just doing
right?
jumping jacks. I'm like,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah,
I got
it's
to get it out.
you have to. You have to. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Can we talk just a little bit about, I know it's off topic, but I really want to talk about Egypt
Egypt,
because I
yeah.
was so excited to hear about your Egypt trip because I heard such a different story. And then I was like, oh my God, that's totally different than I thought. And
Yes,
I forget, how long were you there? 3 weeks, 2 weeks?
I was there 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It was definitely something I didn't expect either. So so let me just say Cairo was I went to Cairo and I went to Luxor. Cairo was definitely, I mean, of course, rich in history, and the pyramids were amazing. And the camel ride through the desert was, next to the pyramids was just, I mean, that was just life changing. It was life changing. But the amount of poverty was also life changing. I've been to third world countries before, and have seen poverty, but I've never seen the likes of this type of poverty. So um it was definitely scarring, I guess,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
probably a good word. And heartbreaking, extremely heartbreaking. So especially to see so many children. And they are just, if they're, what I learned is that they're very overpopulated. Um, and Luxor, we took a trip there, completely different than Cairo, like night and day, night and day. Luxor was, you didn't see any homeless, they weren't overpopulated. So it was just night and day. So
Did you go to Luxor after or was,
after
thank God.
we went to Luxor after, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So after seeing that, because I did tell a few of my peeps about that, how does it change you when you come home? Because I remember you saying that's not something you forget. So
Uh,
how does it change you after seeing that?
so for me, I became much more grateful for being in the USA. I'm not even gonna, there are times, especially in this climate, in the
Yeah.
past several months that, um, I would think these thoughts in my head, like, oh my, this is awful here, just different things like that made, for me, the US seem awful. But coming back from Egypt, I have a newfound respect for the United States, regardless of what is going on in the current climate and the political climate and whatever. It's just, I am much more grateful than I could
Yeah.
ever be. So yes, I can't utter a single complaint about the US after that experience.
I I don't I was thinking about that. Would I still want to go to Egypt? And
Yes,
I will.
yes, you have to experience. Yeah, you absolutely have to experience. Yes,
Mm.
yeah, you do.
And I'll go to Luxor afterwards. Make sure to go to Luxor.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yes. Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
I
I mean,
I
we're
guess
always appreciative. I think I'm so grateful every day. But when you hear about people going into third world countries, and I have family that were diplomats, and they see it, they said, Sandy, it's a totally different feel. Seeing it
it
versus
is.
watching it on a
It
screen.
is. Oh my gosh, it definitely is. Yeah, it is. But again, you have to experience it. I would never want to discourage anybody from
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
It was definitely worth the experience of the history. And like I said, the pyramids alone, let alone, I mean, we went to so many historic places, but that
Yeah.
alone was just well worth it. And you got to do the camel ride. It's a must. Just saying.
Is it like the zoo, the camel rides? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my God. No, that's a whole nother story. So for me, when I hear about things like this, I know there's some things I may not be able to change, but it makes me say, what can I do? And what can I do that I really want to do to give back in different ways here, abroad,
Yes,
in in and how can I do that in a way that it's not feeling I don't want to feel sorry or feel guilt. I want to do it because I really want to do it for the
yes,
people.
yes,
And there's always ways.
always.
Like you were talking, maybe some people give hours a week, but it means something even to just do something once every other week or on a weekend
Yes, yes,
or
absolutely.
once a month. Do it. And there's so many ways to help and give.
Yes,
And I want to talk about and mentor people that highlights what brings you joy and your skills.
yes. Let me just say, easy, off the hook. The easiest thing that anybody can do to start is simply share the events. It's free. Share it on your social media, you know? And I ask that when I create the AIM, our events each month for AIM, share.
Yeah.
Share it on your social media. That's free. It doesn't, you're not, it
You
doesn't
can do
cost
it
you a
from the base
dime.
of the mountains. Yeah.
You're not, yeah, exactly. You don't have to go anywhere physically. You just simply share the information.
Great
That's it.
point.
Yeah. Something I did leave out actually, when you asked me about coming back from Egypt. So there is something that I did do, I am in the process of doing actually. Um, so in our area of the city, I'm in Philadelphia, there are community fridges throughout Philadelphia. There are none in the Northeast. So we are in the process of having a community fridge placed in the Northeast. It was supposed to be opening today, believe it or not. However, we had some electrical issues, so it's going to be in front of a church. They allowed us, to have the fridge there. And unfortunately, we ran into some electrical issues because their electric was very old. We didn't realize that until we started trying to hook up the fridge. Anyway, it's just a minor setback, but that is something that I got into when I came back from Egypt. While, there are pantries everywhere, which is great,
Yeah.
a lot of people are embarrassed or ashamed to go into a food bank and ask or get a bag. You know what I mean? Like the stigma is
Absolutely.
still, unfortunately, we need to get rid of that. So with a community fridge, it's take whatever it is that you need, and nobody's there to,
Yeah. I
oversee
need to
it.
understand this more. So,
Yes.
I mean, I know the food banks, I get all that. I know the
Yep.
shelters, but they're big refrigerators.
They are a house-sized refrigerator.
Are they inside a building or are they outside?
So this particular one is going to be out, they're outside.
Okay.
Again, so there's no stigma, there's nobody watching you, you don't need to go into a building anywhere. So we're building an encasement around the refrigerator. So, to protect it from the weather and things of that nature.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We have reached out, so now we have partnerships with grocery stores because they have excess that they share. So
Okay.
we've reached out, we've partnered with grocery stores who are going to share their excess. We will fill the refrigerator up with whatever excess and this is going to be an ongoing, it's all volunteer based, of course. But there's a non-perishable section that we're going to have, and then
Mhm.
perishables. So right now, because we couldn't get the electric going, we have the non-perishables portion up
Gotcha.
and ready to go, right? So literally, and the community can also go and put stuff in the refrigerator that they may have excess of as well. But it's completely free, and it's, again, food insecurity is real. Like, and especially with, the way things are going these days and the prices of groceries and everything else, it's a struggle. So
I freaking love it. I mean, it's awesome. But the first thing that comes to mind is I'm thinking about Halloween and the candy in the bowl. So is this You see where I'm going with this?
Yes,
Like,
I know.
right, is this the honor system, like, or could one family come up and clean out the refrigerator and
They
you'd have,
could. They absolutely could.
and you'd
Yep.
have to be okay with that?
Yes,
It's
you have
food.
to be okay with that. That's right.
Okay.
Yes, yes. But, you know, the the volunteers will, of course, we will, you know, throughout go and check out the fridge and, you know, see what needs to be replenished. And also, I mean, we have a pretty good schedule and a list of volunteers already.
There's no cameras that go, whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa,
no cameras. Again, yeah, I know. I
because you
know.
don't want to feel, I guess.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So,
Oh, gosh.
yeah.
That's all, that's, look at me, like, but
Yeah,
if it's food, whoever's taking it needs it.
exactly. That's exactly right. You're 100. There you go.
It's
Perfectly
food,
said.
you know,
That
it's
is
not like bottles of wine. Nothing wrong
right,
with
right.
that, but-
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But listen, let me build that pantry now. A wine
Okay,
pantry. Yes.
okay.
So that is, and then the last thing I'll say is, we're also doing a back to school drive in our area. And it's different than most because we're going to be at the schools on back to school night, like we're physically at the school with the supplies. So that when the kids and or the parents are coming in for back to school night, they can take whatever supplies they need. But we're not only collecting supplies, we're also going to collect non-perishables again. Goes ties into the food insecurity. And we're also collecting hygiene items. So the back to school nights, the drive is going to be not only supplies, but hygiene and non-perishables. And we're going to be in the schools for the back to school nights. So that's it.
So that's it.
That's it.
So just,
That's the last thing I have to add.
so just for my listeners and those who watch, what I'm hearing is find a way that works for you. And any kind of giving is going to be great for you because I always just say, you think I'm a good person, I'm really selfish. When you give to somebody else, it brings you so much joy. It makes your heart bigger. And I'm a very
Wait,
selfish
hold on
person.
1 second. So you, a selfish person, there's no way in this world.
Well,
Absolutely. Are you
when I
kidding me?
give, it makes me feel good.
Okay.
So that's, every
No.
time you give,
No. You're the
okay.
greatest. You are.
All right, let's say that's true, but I do want to add that whenever I chat with people or talk with people that are having really rough times, if they can get out of their way just a little and do something in whatever way they can for someone else,
Yes.
it helps you forget about your own crap,
Yep.
and it does make you feel good inside.
Yes.
It really does.
Yes.
So besides the financial, the one thing I definitely want to get in is the piece about, I know inclusive leadership you've mentioned, we're not going to really be able to dive into that. And you've mentioned education and lifelong learner, holler. I got so many books, I can't even get through them.
Ah, yes.
But I want to home in, not that those two pieces aren't really important, they are.
Sure. Yes.
But let's home in before we go on the mentor piece,
Yes.
because I got a lot of questions about that.
Okay.
And that, all right, let me not make it up. Debbie Do, we'll call her Debbie Do.
Okay.
Debbie Do is 72. Oh, that rhymes.
It does.
And she never owned her own business, but still she feels like she has a lot of wisdom to help young people. Is there a way that she could mentor others and give back?
Absolutely.
Her kids are grown. So
Yes.
I want to go from that because I think there are people that would like to help others and mentor others, but they're not sure if they're qualified.
Absolutely. Listen, everybody is qualified. You have life learned long experiences. I mean, just because you're not an entrepreneur does not discard you from mentoring. You can absolutely, your life experiences can certainly be of great help to anybody that you want to mentor, for sure. Absolutely. Especially
And
at
how would they
72.
get involved in that? Where could they go?
So they can go to SCORE is one place.
Is that national, not just local?
That is SCORE's national. That's
Okay,
correct.
cool, cool.
Yes. And especially with a lot of their funding going away with the current climate, they can really, really use the support for mentors. So I would say SCORE would be number one to get
Okay.
involved with.
And like,
Um,
I like what you said. I mean, I love going to coffee houses and getting to know the young people there. And it's not the same thing as mentoring, maybe, but I get to know them and I guide them in any way I can. So I
yes,
end up developing. My son like always teases me, Mom, you're really mentoring them. You see the same people every week. You give them information. You're bringing books. So yes, there are amazing organizations, but you can meet people along the way wherever you
yes, yes, you can. You
guide
sure
them.
can. Right. And I was just ready to say, even at networking events or wherever, whatever room you are in,
Yeah,
there's always opportunity, always.
yeah.
And, Debbie Dew may not know this, but or may not realize this, but I'm sure she's mentored many individuals without even realizing that it is mentoring. I have no doubt that she has done this. No doubt. Because if you're passionate about something, you're going to find a way to do it. And I think she doesn't realize she has been doing it, just not in the settings that, like you said, with an organization, right? Maybe she's thinking that's not the proper setting or that's not the setting to
Yeah,
be, but you don't need an organization. You really don't, just like you said. So
yeah. And I
is it
changed my mind.
helpful? Sure, because you can of course have guidance there, but it's not necessary.
So I changed my mind. We did not get to as much. Well, that's not true. I knew we weren't going to. So why am I lying? But in a sense, because I don't want to skip over, what does it mean to you to have inclusive leadership?
What it means to me is have everybody in the room that you can have from every diverse background, include them in the meetings, include them in the events, just making sure that you are inviting and inviting them to the table to have participate and have their part, for sure.
I love that. It's so important. So,
Crucial. It's crucial. It really is.
I mean, I don't know how else you do it to have growth. It's not even being the
Right.
kind of person. It's to me, it's like a necessity.
Yes.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
So how's your business doing? How are you doing with business? Like, is it every day? Like, is it a new challenge? Is there always ups and downs? Are there great years? Like, tell me a little bit
Mm,
about your business.
okay. Every day there's challenges. Yes. In the staffing business, it's definitely a roller coaster ride, right? So one day I'm like, oh, maybe I should just go find a job. And then the next day, and the next day I'm like, oh yeah, we're doing great. No worries. No, but really, it really is such a roller coaster. But that's staffing. I have been in staffing for, I keep saying 25 years. It's more than 30 now. I cringe when I think about that. So I'm keeping at 25 plus years. So,
Yeah.
but that's what makes it so so different each day. And it's not the same old mundane. I was a paralegal in my past life, and I was not in that career. I was not in the career path for, I only know, it's probably 2 years. I couldn't it didn't keep my attention span at all. We're staffing, I mean, it's constant and it's
Yeah.
always different, and so it's always, and I love the challenges. I'm always up for a challenge, so, yeah.
And as far as the companies you staff, do you have a specific area? Or is
So
it all over
mainly
the place?
So mainly is behavioral health, mental health, and healthcare.
Okay.
Again, because that's always been my background. However, we do service other clients. So, for example, we do a lot of admin work. And again, that would fall under healthcare, but admin in any organization or any sector. We also do event staff, believe it or not, event staffing, and we do warehouse. And that's like right at this second, it always changes. We always have clients reaching out to us, and so pretty much we service almost any client, depending on, of course, the
And is it in a tri-state area or is it national?
national. Yes, we have national capabilities for sure.
Melissa, I'm so glad. I forget what event we were at. Wait, Wake Up Winning.
Wake up winning.
Aren't we at the Wake Up Winning event?
Yeah.
I'm like, you should be on my podcast. Don't you remember here?
Oh, yes. No, that was the health and wellness, the NAVO health and wellness, right? I think it was the NAVO health and wellness event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were
This
like,
was so fun. It really was.
you were like, okay, I'll do it.
I love it. Thank you for having me. I really did. I enjoyed it. And I
Is-
hope the listeners, get something from it. I really do.
I know they will. But
Good.
before we go, is there anything we didn't get in that you want to get in?
No, I think we got everything in, except that I'm like a huge Eagles fan. Hence the Eagle Staffing Company. Yeah.
I did not know that. I
Yes.
really
Yeah. Well, it wasn't just that. I mean, yes, I am like one of the Eagles' biggest fan. However, of course, the meaning of the word eagle is really what solidified the
is
name
it being
for.
sore? I mean, I don't know.
Yes. Oh, there's oh my gosh, there's so many for eagle, but definitely soar is one of them. And that's my main, mantra.
How can they find you? How can they reach you?
Oh, they can reach me. Cell phone 267-778-8462. Email msantos@eaglestaffing.net.
What about
Website?
social media?
Oh, social media. All of our handles on social media are Eagle Jobs, number 4, letter U. Eagle Jobs for you. That's
Gotcha.
all of our social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of it.
And if you're not sure, you just
for you.
call her. You got her number now, so
That's right. That's right.
Oh my goodness. All right, hey, I got something to say, women around the world and men that support us. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen and watch this episode. And Melissa and I would really appreciate you sharing, liking, and rating it. And don't forget to subscribe. Apparently it means a lot, and I keep forgetting to tell you that. It's only been 20 years later. Oh my gosh, you guys are wonderful human beings. Keep out. It does matter, it does matter that one person that you make a smile. I mean, just one smile. Go to the freaking Wawa, make someone smile. It makes a huge difference. It matters a lot. And until next time, you know what I'm going to say. Thank you, Melissa, and toodles.
Thank you.